friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Callie, and today I'm going to be going through my most likely over-ambitious June TBR. I actually was able to complete my May TBR, which I'll go over in a later video. But because of that, I got very ambitious and wanted to keep that going for the month of June. So we'll see if we can do that. So the first book that I have, actually don't have the cover on because I'm currently reading it, and that is This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousens. This is a romance story that I believe spans over several years. The couple only sees each other like on a specific day each year, and they like slowly fall in love with each other, I assume. I picked this as my book of the month, I want to say last November. I'm still trying to catch up on my book of the months. It's not going very well, but I'm working on it. So this will be what I start the month off with, and I'm really excited to start it. Up next, I have Frost Like Night by Sara Raasch. This is the finale to the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. I've been really enjoying it. The second book had a bit of second book syndrome, but I have a lot of high hopes for this. I love the concept of these seasons actually being courts, having their own specific magic, and fighting each other for control. And I just think it's such a cool concept. I love the characters. They're so well done and just a wild ride. So I'm excited for this series to wrap up. Another series that I'm wrapping up this month is with The Black Key by Amy Ewing. This is the final book in the Jewel trilogy, which is a Hunger Games-esque dystopian series. I believe these came out at the height of dystopia, but we're following a group of girls who are chosen to be surrogates to the noble families, but they slowly find out that it's not all it's chalked up to be. And rebellion thus starts. The first two books were fine, typical dystopian. I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go, but I still wanna read it because I think the concept is intriguing and I wanna see how the actual story wraps itself up. Up next, I have Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. This is the third book in the Wayward Children series, which is just a cute little novella series of different children who were plopped into different magical worlds such as Narnia, Alice in Wonderland, and then spit back out into reality, and they have to start dealing with reality. And so far, each one has been very intriguing, and I love that they're very, very short, but they pack a lot in there, and it is never dull, and I very much enjoy this series, so I'm excited to get to the third one. Up next, I have one of my Owl Crate books that I'm behind on, which is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. This is a gay witch story about two girls, one who is called a siphon, which means that she can only give magic, she can't perform magic, and the other one performs a piece of like black magic and gets cast out, and they have to work together to defeat a plague. And that just sounds so intriguing. I've had this book on my radar for a while, and I'm so excited. This is also, I believe, a standalone. So I'm very, very excited to finally pick this one up. Up next is my reread for the month, and I will be rereading We Hunt the Flame by Hafsah Faizal. This is a fantasy retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights, I believe. And we're following a girl assassin and a prince hunting treasure, and things happen. It's been a while since I've read this book, which is why I want to reread it, because I have... Helps if I put this one on first. We Free the Stars, which is the second book in the series. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about the sequel, and like I said, it's been a while since I've read book one, so I want a refresher before I jump into book two. And I do remember loving We Hunt the Flame, so I have high hopes for this duology. Another series that I'm finishing out this month is Bright We Burn by Kiersten White. This is the third and final book in the Conquerors saga, which is a gender-bent Vladimir the Impaler story. I've really been enjoying the first two books, and I went into these thinking that they were more like had a fantastical twist to them, and they don't. It's just historical. It's historical fiction, and I found that even though it wasn't what I was expecting, I'm enjoying it nonetheless. We're following our three main characters, Lada, who is our Vladimir, Lada's brother, Radu, and then the Emperor of the Ottoman Empire. And I love following these characters. They're so interesting, and the changes that the author has made are very intriguing, and I've never really known that much about this part of history, but I'm more invested and intrigued into learning about this part of history. Up next, I have The Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. This is an East Asian inspired story of the Evil Queen and Snow White. Now I read, because I'm smart, I want to say a couple years ago, I read the novella to this duology, Song of the Crimson Flower, I think is what it was called. And I really liked it, but I quickly realized that there was more to that world because it's set after these two books. Thankfully, I don't remember too much, and I've waited a while to pick these up so that I didn't accidentally spoil myself. I don't know, I want to read, I've heard really good things about this, and an East Asian inspired Snow White retelling sounds so intriguing, and I love the cover, and I'm so ready. I'm pretty sure there's dragons in this, and I'm so excited to get to this. It just sounds so interesting, and I haven't seen a really good just straight up evil queen retelling in a hot minute, so I'm hoping that this does the trick. The last book on my official TBR for the month of June is The Gracier by Kim Liggett. This drew my attention right when it came out, so I've had it for a hot minute. And this basically follows a society where on a girl's 16th year, on her birthday, she is sent out into the woods. And she has to survive being out there for like a month. And if she comes back, that means she's worthy. And if she doesn't, I don't even think it's a month. I think it's a year. I think it's called their grace year. And this basically dampens their power that's why they send them out on this. These women are known to be extremely powerful and make everyone uncomfortable. So they send them out on a grace year to dampen their power. And if they come back, they're fine. So it's an intriguing, I think I know what this is a play on. And the concept itself intrigues me. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm excited to get my own opinion on this. So that's the official TBR. I have 4 books on my, I don't want to call it a floating TBR, but like my hopeful TBR. So the first book is one Sara picked out from my shelves, and she picked out A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. I've been wanting to read this for some time. This follows 2 characters. A boy and his sister have come to the Imperial City to try and make a better life for themselves after their parents have died, and he makes a deal with the demon in order to gain entry. So he must kill the reigning queen, and his sister and him will be fine. And then we follow the reigning queen, who has just become queen after her mother's died, and she wants to try and raise her mother from the grave, but she needs the heart of a king. So she holds these trials to find a husband so that she can ultimately sacrifice him to bring back her mother. I've heard amazing things about this, and I've heard it has really good anxiety rep. That's one of the things Sara said about it. So I'm just excited. I'm a little sad that I'm getting to this now because the sequel doesn't drop for another couple months. But it's okay. I guess I'll wait. The next book on this list, I have A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair. This book just dropped, and this is the 3rd book in the Touch of Darkness series, which is a modern-day Hades and Persephone retelling that I've been just devouring. So I'm really excited to get to this brand new one and I guess finally be caught up on the series. I'm a little sad because then I have to wait a while before the next one comes out, which the next one is in Hades' perspective. I think it's the Game of Retribution. I want to say it comes out in winter, but this whole world is so fascinating and I'm here for it. Up next, I have Crazy Stupid Bromance by Lyssa K. Adams. This is the third book in the Bromance book club series. I have no idea who we're following. It's got a cat on the cover. That's about all I got. Brittany gave me this book to read, even though I didn't like the second book at all. She said this one is better, so I'm excited to see if, because if I don't like this one, I think I'm going to give up on Lyssa K. Adams as an author. Her writing just may not be for me. And it is what it is. And the last book that I want to get to this month is Blade of Secrets by Tricia Levenseller. I love Tricia Levenseller. I have read every single one of her books, save for this one. And I was planning on reading this last month when it dropped, but my pre-order got delayed, so I didn't get this until I want to say last week. So I've had to hold it off. But I do really want to get to this month because I just love her writing, and I've seen a couple preliminary reviews. They're all fantastic, and I'm so ready to dive into another Tricia Levenseller book because they're all phenomenal and I love them. So hope to get to this one as well. And that's gonna be it for my TBR this month. Let me know below in the comments what books you plan on reading this month. The weather has finally started to get really nice, so I may do some reading outside. I'm excited to explore my new neighborhood and see if there's some prime reading spots. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!